Welcome to MeatballCraft, episode 15. Progress is on our mind today, so let's see how far we can get. Now we've got the wheels set up, I think it's time to start preparing some of these crucible sort of things, these 3 crucibles, so that we can prepare the fluid for the energetic, nethergetic and terrangetic miners. Currently you can use pipes with the packager and unpackager, which means we can get the eye that we need for one of them, the ever-watching eye, to get the liquid void. So that should be fine. We've got everything else. The nether sky scale might be a bit more of a problem because of the cold iron and trying to automate that, but I'm sure we can figure that out. I don't know how much space I've got. I think everything's on the 2nd floor. I don't think that's under anything. So, well, this one's on the 1st floor, but we can always put something on top, or we can have a separate room for automation, which potentially could be on top. Yeah, so we just need to automate them. The Blood Master Crucible is the one that needs the will. So I don't have calcite gems. I guess that will just come from this. So that one would have to go second. And then the Dreading Crucible, we need enchanted gunpowder, blue firestones, and this one is from, okay, that comes from the nethergetic miner, so that's fine. Blue firestone also comes from the nethergetic miner, so we just need to automate the runic altar and the nethergetic rune. So we can set up its own separate little mana system. That's easy too. Even feathers, twilight matter and feathers. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. There's just a lot to process, but we'll have to start with the enderstone crucible, as this is one that will lead to this one and this one. I actually have to do some more abyssal craft because we need to craft another abyssal land power stone, which you can do like this, and it takes 5000 p, which is nice because I thought I was going to have to go and find another one. I fear we must make an immersive engineering machine. Well, we need vengeful steel ingots, and the only way without the mythical or the mythic processor, which you can't make, is with sednanite, which obviously we don't have, so we need to do it in an arc furnace. So I don't think this one's going to be very easy to automate at the moment, seeing as it's pretty hard to, unless I can find another way to get this. I think you can, see, I think zombies have armor now that wears it, so maybe I'll use that instead. For a second I thought I'd lost all my EMC again. I was wondering where it was, but then I realized I had 2 stacks of yellow matter in the crafting at the side, so it's all back. Oh, I got so worried there for a second I even came down to check we had another problem like before. So one good way to get the Blood Master ingots is through the armor that the zombies drop, which can be cooked into nuggets, which I have an ender chest here that goes to a red matter furnace in the house just over here. So it will come through, it'll get cooked, it'll get crafted, and it'll become an ingot. I'm just waiting for to get another full set so that I can do filtering properly because I cooked it all. But because it's quite a slow rate, I'm expanding the mod farm by 4 layers. So these will all be cursed earth. These fans will be turned on, they'll push them down this hole and they'll fall into the killing chamber at the bottom. I don't know if I might have to put some slime blocks down, or I might have to tessellate the direction of the fans so they don't just die immediately. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. But yeah, anyway, so that's what I'm doing here, and this will be 5 layers tall and hopefully a bit faster because it is very, very slow. This should also maybe increase the PE gain. That's too low. Yeah, I can't build and talk at the same time. But yeah, so this should hopefully be better, and it is a lot easier to get the blood infused ingots this way rather than go to Sedna or make an arc furnace. I mean, that's probably the easiest way, but I don't care. So let's give this a little test. So we should be blowing over here, blowing through here, and then blowing into the mob chamber below. Okay, that seems to work perfectly. You just need to make the walls and add the cursed earth, and we should be good. And also to break that bit there. Yes, I know I can disable the redstone for these, but I need to put something there anyway, so I might as well just put the redstone blocks. I know it's a bit ugly, but whatever, who cares? Okay, so it's all set up. We'll give it a go. This is going to be difficult because I put all the fans on. I think if I hold shift, it's fine. So we want to first break these blocks. Perfect. So then now we have to go up one at a time and add the cursed earth. 1, 2. And now we should get mobs spawning on each level. Let me just check. Yep, it's dark in all of these. Some of them are too big. Right, so far we have managed just 20 ingots of blood infused iron, blood master metal ingots, so that's good. Oh, there's another piece. So yeah, we're getting it pretty, oh, and there's another piece. So we're getting it fairly fast now we've expanded the mob spawner. It's a shame it looks so ugly, but whatever, we'll live with it. This is probably the best way to get the blood master ingots without having to do extra things. So yeah, it's all whitelisted now, everything's sorted out. This won't accept the blood master armor, which is good. This is a whitelist only anyway, so this is all full of enchanted books again. We don't need this stuff. But yeah, now all the blood master stuff should go in there, which is good. It's nice to know that we've got a little passive system for that setup, and also this will mean if we ever need more pee, this should be filling up a bit faster than it was. Oh dear. Well, I think this area is claimed in the chunk, so yep, so it shouldn't blow up. A bit worrying though. It's probably all the falling back and forth, but yep, should be fine. And now we have 28 Bloodmaster ingots, which we can put in the compressor, and then we should have enough Bloodmaster blocks to be able to make the Bloodmaster crucible, which is very handy. However, I think now to use this, we'll need the steadfast steel, blah 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 blah, which again can't really automate until we get to Sedna. So I don't know how much point there is of making this one. Yeah, I don't want to make the dreaded steel. Ah, interesting. Does this make all of them? No, it just makes one, which is annoying. So I don't really know what we need specifically from any of these before we go to Sedna, so we'll see. Next plan, however, is getting ready to go to space, which will be important because that's where Sedna is. So we'll need to make the spacesuit, etc., and then we'll go. If I put on the view mode, you can see that Sedna is here. So I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do this big bee thing as well, but I mean, we're not too far from Sedna, sort of. So yeah, that's our aim now, to be able to actually automate a lot of the stuff we've just made. So fingers crossed, it's not too bad. Oh, what's this? Oh dear. Okay, well that's a whole another thing to do. Right, anyway, so even though we've got this, it's not actually the most useful, because yes, we can make the Bloodmaster crucible, but I don't think we'll be using it yet. And this again, so I can't make this, so we've got the space for it, but I don't think we'll be using any of it in the near future. While we've been playing with blood magic, I found out that we can super enchant the Bloodmaster metal armor to get quite a lot of protection, which seems pretty good, and I think now might be a good time to upgrade the armor. It has been quite a while, but we do need demon blood shards, which from looking it up, it seems you can summon elementals to kill, but I can't find the items to summon them in the pack, so this is the other way to do it, with the sentient coagulator, which just takes molten blood infused iron, which we can really easily make with night metal, and it just makes demon shards. So I've made the setup here. I'll move it to a more permanent location later. I just want to do this quickly now to get the super enchantment, and then if I put this onto extract, this is just some blood infused iron. It should just go straight into the system and produce. So there we go. And eventually we can upgrade this to have a 8 times output, which would be very, very useful. You can also make weak blood shards with this using LP instead. That's the only stuff this machine does. So now we have our 4 blood shards for the super enchantment. All the enchantments are exactly the same. They all take crystal clusters and ethereal slates. So I don't know how much will it's going to take, so hopefully not too much, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure how much will this is going to take. I was filling the gem up with normal will, but I have changed it to a vengeful will form so that I can fill up on vengeful crystals, as I've got way more of them than I do just the basic will. That's because I was filling up this tartaric gem to be able to put more crystals on the floor. But yeah, we're getting there. All the other ones have loads, and this has got tons because I've not made any more crystals. I think it's better to make crystals anyway. Hopefully this will fill up enough to be able to make the super enchantments. We've got everything for it. I just assume it's going to take a lot of will. This is a very large gem and you have to use it, so I assume it's going to be, hopefully being full, be enough to do all 4 pieces, but I guess we'll see. So I've almost filled the gem, but it can go up to 16,000. We've only got 14 red wills left, so I'm going to just leave it for now, and hopefully we can fill it in again shortly. Gosh, it's still not working with all this will in it. It still needs more, so maybe I hope it just requires the full one to start, and then it can use less after that, because goodness me, that's a lot of will. I filled up the gem the manual way, so let's see if this works now. No, it doesn't work now. Why not? These need to be specifically like this. These tell me it lets you use different coloured wills, because if they doesn't, that would be very, very irritating. Well, I've obviously been very, very silly, because it doesn't work for any recipe when you make it a different sort of gem. I thought they would be interchangeable for some reason, but evidently not. So that's very, very irritating. So I've just been putting the will back into the chunk, but now we're just going to have to wait for this one to fill up a bit more. Hopefully that won't take too long, but who knows. And then when that's done, then we can hopefully change this back into the normal will when it's drained out. I don't know how fast it's draining. It should be fairly fast, so hopefully we can get some more will out of this one, which is a good thing I made it so big, but it's still going to take quite a while for it to catch up, which is very irritating. I really thought you could just interchange the wills. I thought that was the whole point of being able to change the things, but evidently not, so that's just lovely. While I've been waiting for will, crucible to restore down below. I've been looking at the quest book, and one of our next things that we need to do is to get the divine star so we can get getting into space. And to get the divine star, we need to use the endogenic mythical void miner, which is all set up except for the nethergetic fluid. So like I said before, it's not very easy for us to get the dreading crucible at the moment. However, now we do actually need to have it. So blue firestones are going to be a bit tricky because of the overworldian fluid, and these being pretty hard for us to come by at the moment without the mythical processor. So we potentially might have to make an arc furnace just to get a little bit of fluid to be able to run it for a little while. However, we also need to get a dragonfire crucible, and that's because to make the dreading crucible we need dreaded steel blocks, which comes from dreaded steel ingots, which are only made in the dragonfire crucible, which also needs eternal dragonfire, which may require a dragon forge, which is another thing that I've just realized we now also need to make. So we've got quite a bit of crafting ahead of us to be able to make these multi-blocks. So I've just been making over here another room for them. So this is where the crucible will go, and then I'll have to make a forge somewhere else, maybe here. I couldn't put that there because of the chunk lining. But yeah, there's a few more multi-blocks that we need to get ready. I've also been playing with bees because I am aware that to get to some of the planets there are some special bee blocks to make the warpers. So I don't know where it shows it in the quest book, but you can make warpers to the planets, and to make the warpers, if we look. So let's go for Osiris. So this is the recipe for all the warpers, and one of the things it needs is a bee stargate, which is made like this. And to get the ingredients for the bee stargate, we need bees. So I've been breeding some bees while I've been doing other things as well. So yeah, a lot to be getting on with, a lot of multi-blocks to be making, a lot of buildings to put the multi-blocks in, but we're getting there. I've just been collecting the things for the forge and the crucible, and now we need an ice dragon heart, which I do not actually have. So we're going to have to find an ice dragon for the first time, and we also need a fire dragon heart, but we can take that from the EMC machine over here. However, we do need more dragon scales. We need a lot of dragon forge bricks, and they all require scales, and I've been using the pristine matter from the ender dragon, but we've nearly run out already, so it's quite a pain really. So I mean, it's going fine. I feel like I keep finding secret crafting, but we have our rooms for everything set up, so hopefully we'll be alright. The other problem is that to make the stuff that we need, the eternal dragonfire, the recipes are very unforgiving, let's say. You need 400 for the one ingot of each thing, so it's very expensive. I'm tempted by this recipe because two things of EMC and that we have tons of anyway, which just seem, I mean, it's way less than this, but I can't see an easier recipe. That gets you 100, but we don't have any divine shards, so we'll see. And we found our ice dragon. It's pretty cool looking actually, and dead. Nice and quickly. I've just seen that I do actually have an ale denari, which allows you to make dragon scales like this, so that's actually a lot easier and a lot cheaper, and I wish I hadn't used all the pristine matter before figuring that out, but whatever, it's fine. Another slight setback, apparently these recipes actually consume the heart, so thank goodness that I didn't try the fire dragon heart first and I did the ice dragon. So yeah, I think that's some more dragon hunting for me. That's alright. Not too much time later, and we have all the ingredients to make the crucible and the forge. So we have our forge in here. Don't quite know why the controller has to be slightly inaccessible, but there we go. And here is the Dragon Forge Crucible, which is actually even more annoying because the controller's under this block and the item inputs are also under these blocks, so I'm going to have to dig under to be able to actually access any of the inputs, which is a bit strange. I mean, technically I could have not built it like this, but I think you should be able to access the inputs and the outputs more easily, but whatever. So yeah, now we've got this to make our fluid and that to be able to make the other stuff that we need, so we're one step closer, even though I feel like we're 10 steps further away, but it's alright, we are making progress. So I've set up a little system to make some eternal dragonfire, and it is just charcoal, coal and mithril because we have tons of it. I thought this would just be the easiest way to know. I know it's probably the one that makes the least in the recipe, but I also think it's the cheapest, which is worth it. For example, we could do this pretty easily with the pristine matters, but it gets us 20 for quite a bit more effort. This one gets us 30, and when you have to make runes of fire, which I know I haven't automated, but still. And this again can't really automate gunpowder, it doesn't really have an EMC. These ones make 80, yes, but we need to get into extra trees to get the chilies, and we'd need to make hellfire, which you need to make with the eternal dragonfire anyway, unless you kill the nethergenic wither, but not through deep mob learning. I mean, there is this one that gets you 100, but again, divine shards we are not getting passively yet, so we can change to this when we get one of these void miners up, because then we'll get divine shards and it'll be fine. But for now, I think for the amount that we actually need and the amount of EMC this is going to take, which is really not very much, I think this is fine. But we're already at 400, which is one of the things we need, so yeah, I think it'll be fine. We need 45 dreaded steel, which is 9 fire dragon steel, which we make like that, or we can just make with some eternal dragon fire and this, so we're going to need quite a bit, but we should have enough fire dragon blood. And same with the ice dragon steel, but we also need dreadite, which is made in the induction smelter with dreadium and uranium oxide. So we need to make the uranium oxide dust, we need to put some uranium in an oxidizer, and that's it. So that shouldn't be too difficult. One way for me to get the dragon blood is through the shaman, who I just got from the mob farm. I'll plop him here, and I think I should be able to trade him singing sapphires, which have EMC, and he will give me blood. Obviously I have to unlock them in a minute, but we shall wait for him to upgrade, and hopefully we will soon have as much as we want of dragon blood. Watch him not trade for fire dragon blood or something, and he just does the ice dragon blood. I haven't checked, but I'm just praying and hoping he does what I want. Well, there's ice, so we'll just have to see. Oh yes, he most definitely does not sell fire dragon blood, but I think I might have enough of that anyway. But we can get the ice dragon blood off him at least. No, he was only half useful. Is it just because he's a shaman? Right, we need a bit more, but that should be fine. Let me check the fire dragon blood in here. Let's not have enough fire. We got 19, okay, so I think we only need 9. I think actually we've probably got enough ice dragon blood then. Yeah. Okay, so we're fine, hopefully. Fire dragon blood will obviously just be a problem for the future. Instead of just waiting, I went and killed some death domes in one of the coal coke house places, and I now have the full Blood Master set. Okay, so let's open these up. 2, 3, 4, and now we have a full set of Blood Master metal, and we have the quest for it too. So these have fog protection, normal protection, projectile protection, magic, frost fire, blast protection, unbreaking 100, last stand 2, and mending. So that should be pretty good. So goodbye combat maid, hello Bloodmaster. So yeah, to see, already providing us a bit more normal protection. It might put our hearts down a little bit, I'm not sure, but we can put these on an armor stand if I can find one. And now we've moved on to bigger and better things. I'll put these up here with my bedrock armor from many moons ago, and that's not armor there. So now it looks kind of just like red leather armor, but whatever, it's shiny, and it took a long time to get. So you need 10,000 will in the crystal, and it takes 3,000 each time, so it is quite a lot, but we've managed, and I think this will hopefully guide us well in the future. The next bottleneck seems to be the transformation powder and the Ned and Jake rune. I was just going to make a stack of some of these just so that we can make enough for some divine stars at the moment, but this transformation powder requires a starfield gem, unless I do this, which I don't want to. And to get the starfield gem, we can copy it with charms of keeping later, but to begin with we need to get the Harbinger Callstone, which requires 4 crimson gems, 4 mythmonite, and a Harbinger crystal, which apparently you get from a dungeon. So I'm not really sure which dungeon. It seems to be the Twilight Forest because of what it's saying, but I definitely don't have it, so I need to figure out how to get it. And this is how we get it, in the palace at the center of the Thornlands, which I didn't do last time we were there, so we can go back and get that. I'm at the castle, so I guess now it's just time to explore and see if we can find what we're looking for. I'm not quite sure. I feel like we need to go down, not up, so maybe this isn't the correct direction, but I think we need to get into the basement area, if I'm thinking correctly, but I'm not sure, so I'll come back when I find something. Okay, well, I found giants of myself. Okay, oh, who are you? Oh, this is the Harbinger cube. So, it drops what I want. Maybe I should have captured him. Let's see if we can find another. Yes, we've got that. Oh my goodness. Why did that make me jump so badly? Yeah, we just leave them there a bit slow. And then what's next? So we get the Harbinger charm, and then we make the Harbinger Callstone. Oh, it's a dungeon. I don't know if I need more of these. Let me have a look. It's used to make the broken oath stone, and oh, that looks like stuff that we'll need. So probably best to find another guy. So I don't know where he'll be, but I'll go find one and then I'll capture it and then we can hopefully make the gallstone. I didn't get another guy because they were being annoying and I just couldn't be bothered. So apparently we can spawn them using the Binger crystal anyway, which doesn't even require one. It just requires giant stuff, which is going to be fairly easy to get. So now we have the crystal, we can make the gallstone as long as we have the crimson. Well, we've got enough crimson, we just need Mythical, which requires infusion. Perfect. I love infusion crafting. So I'll come back once we have done that. I've just upgraded our void ore miner to tier 5. I think it won't be long until we can upgrade it to tier 6, to be quite honest, because we've already got 14 ATM crystals and I've literally only just turned it on. So I think we won't need that many to be able to upgrade this to the tier 6 void miner, which only takes 92 structure frames. So we're getting there. We can't get, I think there's a tier 7 void, no, I think it's locked. I think you can get it if I remember the progression, but it's locked for now. So this should get us our Atheum. I think that's going to be a quest. Yep. So if I look in the Compendium Materialis, this is all the ones for the void ore miner so far. But yeah, so I'm sure there's a tier 8, but apparently not. So yeah, I don't know what the tier 6 one gets us that we don't have and that we need, to be quite honest, because if it doesn't upgrade again, I don't think it'll get an extra crystal or anything. It doesn't seem to get any of the Divine Journey ores either, so I don't really, apart from being a bit faster, I don't know how much benefit there is to upgrading it, to be honest. But now we have the Atheum, which we can use for other things like lightning rods and solar panels, so that's pretty good. I'm pleased with that. I know we have the leftover ones just hanging about, but I can't be bothered to take them down, and I didn't want to take them down when I wasn't sure how much we needed. So yeah, that's another little upgrade while I'm waiting for other things to occur. I have kind of sort of given up on the Thorncraft auto infuser because the crystals are taking too long, so I've just bunged in a little, just for talent, yeah, so I bunged in a little Mithrilium smeltery for now. Just, I think it's quicker, or it's easier because I don't have to stand there and dunk stuff into this. So I think I'll just be using the normal infusion. I'm trying to get Procantio out of this mana steel. Obviously we're getting a ton of Metallum, which we don't really want, so avoiding it. But yeah, I think this is probably just going to be quicker, more beneficial. I just need to get 4 adamant and adamanite. It just takes so long. I can't, I'm not very good at Thorncraft. I don't know what the most ideal method for getting these things are, but I think I'm definitely not using it. One of the bees is ruining the bee house. Is it you, Pyramid Queen? Who is it? Someone's, I think, is it the temporal bee? I didn't know they could mess things up. It's kind of annoying because I spent a while on the building. Now we have our Mithril. We can make our Callstone, which is hiding from me because it's been so long since I was deciding to make it. So where is it in the quest book? Here. So one Harbinger Callstone, which probably you have to open in the Twilight Forest, but we'll see. I'm just going to see if I can slam it over here. If not, yep, Twilight Forest. Right, can we place it on top of the forest? That sounds easiest. Okay, here we go. One power thing. Excuse me, let me in. Okay, it's just these guys. They are nice and easy to kill. I'll just clear them out. They're not closing quite very fast, so we're going to take some of... Starfield Gem, what we wanted. Oh, there's a few in here. That's good, because I don't want to be remaking this, if I can help it. So 4 Starfield Gems. Oh, Tree of Time. Use me. Let's get saplings. Don't really know what they do. Oh, that was the quest. These normally die quicker, which makes me think they're magical to never die or something. That's alright, because you can just fly over it. What's up here? More? I think I got the main stuff I wanted. Don't know if I can defeat these guys, but I don't know what else. Doesn't look like there's anything else. There's some castle brick and some crates that don't normally have anything in, but apart from that, I can't say where anything else would be, unless I'm just missing something. But yeah, that seems pretty good to me. They do die, the portals. I got 8 primordial pearls from that, so you know, it was worth it just for that, to be honest. If I use 2 fire runes, a transformation powder, and a dreaded steel ingot, we should be able to get our first Nether Jake rune. And now we have this, we are able to make it a bit more easily by using these Nether Jake marks, which come from the Nether Jake Beast Pristine Matter, which is here, and I've been cooking up to get some marks. We're only going to make enough for a few. We're just going to use all the transformation powder, and that's because this is going to make us a fair amount. Like, I think one recipe makes 8,000 filler buckets, and we only need, whoops, wrong thing. We only need 50 per operation. So I think being able to at least just make 1 round of powder should get us enough to be able to get some divine stars, but we'll see. So that's one ingredient. The other two things is blue firestone and enchanted gunpowder. That drops from King Bam 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 and also from the Ned and Jake Wither. However, it never has apparently, because I don't have any. So we're probably going to have to fight them a couple more times and hopefully get it to drop. After what seems to be a lot of fighting King Bam Bam Bam, we finally got one enchanted gunpowder. It took 12 fights. Luckily I had a lot of these, so hopefully that'll do for now. We won't need any more. I mean, we'll make enough to hopefully get the stuff we want, fingers crossed. Eventually, when we get the Netherjaic Void Miner up, we can just get this from that, but for now we have to fight King Bam Bam Bam. Mind you, I've only got 11 hats, so... oh no, I think I chucked one in the table already. So yes, now we finally got that. We should potentially have all the ingredients to be able to make our first dose of liquid. I've literally completely forgotten the name of the liquid, of Netherjaic fluid, which we can chuck in here, and we want the divine star, which is a 5% chance, which could be good, could be bad, we'll just have to see. So let's give this a go. Now, because we can't automate this yet, I'm going to do it in a very inefficient way. So, oh, we don't have any power, so I need to go and get that. Now it's got power, it should be working completely fine, and we have 8,000 Netherjaic fluid. So just because this is a temporary setup and we can't automate it yet, I am just going to pump in and out in a mediocre, very inefficient, bad way. But it's fine, we can get away with it for now. So there we go, we've got our drum. So if we just come over to our actual miner, which should be over here, you are the endogenic one. So where does the fluid go in? Type small fluid import. So this is you. We'll grab another ender fluid conduit and we will extract. So now should be having the fluid. Not enough energy. Okay, well, I'll come back when this starts running and hopefully we get our divine star. I'm not sure how many we need, but hopefully we get enough. Oh, and also I need to make another dank for this. I don't think I've got any danks left, so I'll do that as well. Armed with fluid and power, he's working. Fingers crossed for divine star. And we have a divine star, which is very nice, and we still have tons and tons of fluid left, so hopefully we'll get a few more. I can use this and then I can get the quest. I'll need to figure out actually how many we'll need, but one's a good start. From what I can see, we only need one at the moment to make the rocket assembling machine. After that, we just need stuff like launch pads, which requires concrete, which, well, that's not a very kindly recipe. I mean, maybe it's alright. What about a water egg? Well, this will be getting into this. Oh, I can craft it. Oh, I can only craft it with water eggs. Well, we'll see what we can do. To get the water doped eggs, which will give us enough to at least make a chicken, and a lot more. And a vial of pheromones, which is obtained from the pheromone frame. It says it cannot be automated in an apiary. However, I think you can probably still use it in an apiary, and they're very easy to make, and I assume we need some water princesses, which I'm not actually sure if we have. So we'll just go and check. Let's see, water. We have one, so we can give it a go. See how it goes. Are you ignoble? I bet. Oh no, you're pristine. Perfect. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Okay, bee's working. I've just chucked her over here in this magical forest because it's too cold at my base and these don't have heaters, etc. So hopefully after a little while she'll have produced what we want. So I hope we don't need to make the aviary because that seems like a lot of extra effort. So fingers crossed this will go well. And actually very quickly we have our vial of pheromones, so that worked very well. Now we have our water doped eggs. We can make our water eggs. Oh right, they didn't click because they want to be in 16. So I'm going to keep some and then I will make an actual chicken. Wait, I don't need... Yes, I'll keep this so I can make a water chicken if I need. I don't know how much of this I'll actually need, but did I just lose 3 stacks of egg? Oh, that's so weird. It says it gives you 64 and it doesn't. It gives you 16. Is that a bug? That's very strange. Oh well, we've still got plenty, so as long as we have... I'm going to put one in a secret chest. This is where I keep things I don't want to lose. Also apparently some nether quartz. Oh yes, very strange eggs, but we should have enough to make what we want. However, I think we will be saving space adventures for the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.